Okay, so I went ahead and blended in my tinted moisturizers a little bit more and my concealer all under my eyes and my nose, and I just made sure I went back in with my finger and a brush just so that I didn't have any creases or cakiness under my eyes. So now I'm just going to be taking my setting powder, and I'm using the Smooth Minerals Translucent Glow Powder. Just because this is really lightweight as well, since it's spring and it's warm out now, I don't want to put anything thick or heavy on my face. I just want to keep a fresh face. So I'm just going to mainly apply this anywhere that I get oily or shiny. I normally have dry skin, but my forehead and nose lately have just been getting really shiny. Alright, so not too much. Once I have that applied, I'm going to go ahead and take my highlighter, and I'm going to be using, if I can find, where did I put it? Okay, as a highlight, I'm going to be using the NARS Copacabana, and this was just the sample as well that I got from the girl at Sephora, which I really think I'm going to go back and get because I've been loving it. So you really only need a tiny bit. Apply this onto my cheekbones, on my brow bone, down the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and I'm not going to put any on my forehead just because I already do get shiny there. So I don't want to draw any more attention to it. And just dab this in with your fingers. What'd you find? Landon's like busting out old school Beanie Babies. Down my Cupid's bow, down my nose, my brow bone. Kind of drag some of that into your inner corner as well. Alright, so that just gives you a nice pretty glow. And to set that, I'm going to be taking, the e.l.f. Gotta Glow powder, and just take that onto a small brush and dab that over the illuminator just to bring it out a little bit more. Kind of in a C shape around your eye. Now for bronzer, I'm going to be using NYC Sunny. I'm going to apply this on the hollows of my cheeks just to create some definition and give me some warmth to my face. And my favorite, it looks just like this. And I'm going to be taking that with this large fluffy brush. And this gives you just like the perfect amount of shimmer. Nothing too much, but just because I don't really want a matte face, I think it's prettier to have some glow and warmth. Alright, and so now onto the eyes. Like I said, forgive me for my hair, I just haven't done anything with it yet. So for the eyes, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and apply a primer. I go between the Urban Decay Primer Potion and MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I'm going to be using the Paint Pot today. So it's just a flush tone color, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. Okay, once you have a base down, you can go ahead and apply your shadows. I'm going to be using, trying to decide. Okay, first I'm going to be going into my Sleep palette, and I'm going to be taking this champagne color right here and applying that onto my inner corners, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger. Apply some of this onto my lower lash line as well. Okay, and I'm going to be taking a really gold color. This is the shade Woodwinked, which you can see that I've hit pan on. It's definitely one of my favorite colors. I'm just going to take a flat shader brush. I need to go through and clean my brushes. Okay, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. kind of leaving. So just apply this all over your lid. Okay, and since I have hooded eyes, they're not that bad, but when I open my eyes, you can't see the colors as much. I'm going to go ahead and take some up above that fold. Tapered brush, and I'm going to blend that out. Just so you don't have any harsh lines. And this is the brush from Walmart that I was talking about. I absolutely love it. It was only, I think, $2.99. It's a dual-ended brush, and you can really do so much with it. Okay, so now you can see that that gold is blended out. I could definitely go through and blend it more, but I'm going to be applying a crease color, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to be taking the MAC eyeshadow in Bark, which is kind of a plummy brown, and I'm going to be taking this crease brush, getting some product on there, and applying this to the crease just to create some depth. Mine is going crazy with the blinds over there, so if the lighting gets a little whacked out. Okay, so now that I have that applied, I'm going to go ahead and take a highlight color. It's a Sue Devitt shadow. It's just a white. You could either use this, or I have MAC Brulee sitting there as well, but this is a little brighter white. So apply that to your brow bone. Alright, so once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take an eyeliner. Landon is wanting to stand like right here in between. Is this NYC eyeliner pencil. And I really like this pencil. It's only 96 cents, and I've been using this more than my Urban Decay 24/7 or my Milani Liquify. What's wrong? Okay, so I'm just going to be taking the NYC 24/7 NYC eyeliner pencil and lining my top lash line and my waterline. Go ahead and just line my waterline with this. Okay, normally with spring I wouldn't want such a harsh black liner, but I feel like with the Wood Winked, this gold eyeshadow, the black really helps it make it bright and pop out. So all I did was took a little like kind of smudger on the opposite end of one of my eyeliners and took MAC Carbon into it and smudged it along my upper and lower lash line. So kind of a messy liner rather than a really neat and precise line. And this helps set the liner in place as well. And I did wing it out a tad. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to be taking the shade, I'm going to be taking the color Virgin from my Naked palette and just applying some of this onto the inner corners. Alright, so now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And I'm just going to be taking the e.l.f. lash curler that I use and just my usual mascara, which is Maybelline the Falsies in Waterproof, just because I feel that that helps hold the curl. Okay, so just a rundown. Sorry that tutorial was so kind of scatterbrained and messy. Landon was roaming everywhere and trying to get into all of the makeup, so I kind of had to speed it up. So just a quick rundown. I basically just used MAC Wood Winked on the lid. You could use any really shimmery bronzy gold. On the crease, I used MAC's in Bark, so just kind of a matte brown, and then a matte highlight. On my eyes for my liner, I use the NYC eyeliner, which is available at a drugstore for 96 cents. I absolutely love it. It's a rich black, and it glides on smoothly, just like the Urban Decay 24/7 liner or Milani Liquify, and I set that with a matte brown eyeshadow and kind of smudged it out. My mascara is Maybelline Falsies, and yeah, so for coral, that's a big color. I think corals and oranges are going to be the big color for spring and summer. So just a quick tip, when using really bright colors on your lips, make sure you exfoliate your lips, just because since so much attention is going to be drawn to your lips, you don't want dried flakes or cracks, because that's just gross. So you could take a toothbrush, or if you get like raw sugar, just that coarse ground sugar, and rub it on your lips. That can help exfoliate, or if you just have a lip scrub. So I'm going to be using Sephora's lipstick in Coral Coquette, which I absolutely love this color. Its finish is a lot like a MAC Luster. So I'm just going to apply this onto my lips. I didn't notice much feathering with this lipstick, so I'm not going to worry about lining my lips. Alright, so there's that. You could definitely apply a gloss over it if you just wanted some more sheen into the color. I'm just going to be taking a clear gloss and layering that on top. And there you go. So there's some neutral eyes with a coral lip, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the hair tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I did is just parted my hair. I'm going to do this in about 3 sections. The curling iron that I'm going to be using today is the Janali Milano, and I believe mine is in 1 inch or 1 1/4 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. I totally forgot. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my hair, and I already misted it. I already applied heat protectant throughout my hair. That's really important, so don't forget. You can achieve many different curls with these kind of curling irons. If you were to just wrap your hair like this, holding the hair flat, do you see how I'm like making sure the hair wraps flat around the barrel? You'll get a curl like this. I'll go ahead and show you. Hold it for about maybe 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so you'll get a curl like that. However, if you get your hair and kind of not twist it, but rather than neatly laying it flat on the barrel, let's say if I just twist the hair around just like this without worrying about laying it flat, I can get a different definition to the curl. Mixing the textures of the curls rather than having all of the same kind, just so the hair is okay. Now you can tell the difference. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but this curl is more of a flatter curl, whereas this one, the curl itself just looks thicker. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera. There. And just like in my other hair tutorial, I'm going to curl some away from my face and some towards my face, kind of doing 2 and 2, just so my hair doesn't wrap into one big bundle, so it's just one big barrel curl hanging, because I really don't like that look. Lighter, some loose. Just gives a prettier look and more bounce to your hair. Go ahead and just do this one last curl, and then I'm going to go ahead and meet you back in the next section. Alright, just like that. Okay, awesome. I wasn't even recording. Anyways, so yeah, I'm on this top layer now, and I'm just doing the same process, wrapping my hair around, and I'm going back and forth from wrapping away from my face and some towards, except for when I get to like the back part of my crown, I make sure I curl it all back just to get some extra volume in my roots. And I was just on the phone for like almost an hour with Melissa. Lots of you guys probably already know who she is. We went to, did we go to elementary school together? We went to middle school and high school together. I forget if we did go to elementary school together, but if you haven't checked out her channel already, make sure you do so. It's Love Melissa Michelle, and I'll link it at the bottom. But yeah, I was on the phone with her, so I got distracted, and I was supposed to turn my camera back on, but I forgot. So this is what I mean. On the top section, see how I'm wrapping it back just to give some lift. And on the bottoms, I am leaving it kind of loose rather than a tight curl all the way down, just because I kind of like the look of the like a slight wave rather than being a perfectly defined curl. Same thing, just holding it. It's getting really hot in here. The sun is like shining in. Let me know if you like this lighting more or if it's not good. I don't know, I was just trying something different. Make sure I have everything in the back curled. Oops, missed this little guy. And you can curl this piece by piece, but just like I said in my other tutorials, I just really don't like that just because then my hair feels really sticky, and my hair is pretty good at holding a curl. So I just wait till the end to curl my hair. Okay, now I have just like this triangle left, and I'm just gonna start curling sections back till I get up to my bangs, and then I'll curl it to the side. So yeah, you can just wrap the rod down. Oh, my nails match my curling iron. That's that Sally Hansen color, or I still have to do a haul, never mind, so I just won't tell you. So you'll have to wait. Okay. Sorry I haven't been getting videos up lately. We had to put our dog down, and it was really sad just because we've had her for, I mean, she was like 16 years old, so I mean, she was obviously a part of the family, and it was just a hard time for us. Just because, I mean, you know, yeah, she's a dog, but it becomes a family member. I don't know. If you guys haven't had a family pet, it's probably harder to understand, but I feel like most people have had a pet at least once, you know, that they've had to lose, and it's just really hard. But we won't get into that because I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Okay, so now that I'm at my bangs, I know this looks messy in the back for right now, but I'm gonna mess with it just to get it to where I want. I'm gonna go ahead and curl these, and I'm gonna follow my section, like I'm gonna part it like with the shape of my head. Alright, this last piece and we are all done with curling. Alright, so hold and release. Alright, okay, so now I'm just going to play with this with my fingers until I get it where I want it. Go ahead and brush those out slightly. Things are a little more curled than what I wanted them. So I mean, you can go through and tease this to get it just where you want. So do you see what I mean about the ends? They're just kind of loose. That's how I wanted it. I didn't want a really defined curl going all the way down. I think this kind of gives that beachy effect. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to just add a tiny bit more of the lipstick. I feel like it's not as bright on camera, which kind of sucks because I really want you guys to be able to see this color. Then for my blush, this is kind of, I don't know how to describe this color. Not quite mauve, but it's MAC Tempting. I'm just going to apply a little bit more of this. Just press that onto the apples of my cheeks. Just for more color. Alright, and that's the final look. So that's just kind of an easy spring look, and give you a closer look. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.